Acropolis of Athens. This is a MOC by JL.Bricks. It was created to accompany LEGO's Great Pyramid of Giza set. So this MOC is made in the same style and has got roughly the same dimensions. This MOC consists of 1952 pieces. It lies in the nature of MOCs that you have to look for yourself where you get all the needed bricks from. Well, I will mainly use JL.Bricks, but there are also some Lego bricks which I will use. So I'm sure that I will only use the best bricks which there are on the market for this MOC. A tiny percentage of those bricks is by companies other than Lego or JL.Bricks, but I totally can live with that. For all the bricks I paid about 170 euros, and JL.Bricks wanted to have 17 euros for his building instructions. I have bought the building instructions and the bricks several months ago, but in the meantime JL.Bricks has created stickers for his architecture sets, and of course I had to buy one of those, so that did cost me another 5 euros, but it's always good to have these things. I think this will make the MOC even look cooler in the end. The sticker isn't mentioned in the building instructions, but I think it's quite clear where to put it when you have built the Great Pyramid of Giza set before. Well, then I'm going to sort now all of my bricks, and after that I will start the building process. Okay, I have just sorted all of my bricks, and I already have the first problem. One of these 1x4 tiles which I ordered is broken. Damn. Well, we will see if this is visible, or I can use something else, or if I have to order another one of those. We will see. Step 21. I'm not quite sure why this step exists at all. It is absolutely identical to step 20. We haven't changed a single thing. Well, just let's continue with step 22. Step 49. In this step I have to place the last of those 1x4 tiles in translucent blue. And well, that means I would have to place now the broken one over here. But luckily I get these two 1x2 tiles, because I remembered that a few months ago I ordered a whole bag of that stuff. Lucky me. Step 76. The building instructions are very easy to follow. As you can see here, we have built this construction over here, and to build it we had to follow 3 steps, 74, 75 and 76. But it would have been enough if only step 76 would have been shown and which parts we have to use for it. But that's fine. It's better to have a few steps more than to have 2 less steps. So it's very, very easy. Lego does the same. Lego sometimes has steps like step 74 or 76 where only one single brick is placed. And I mean, Lego building instructions could be half as thick because you can take away so many steps or combine those steps into one step, but as I said, it's better to have more steps than a missing step. Step 140. So far we have only used absolutely standard bricks for our build, but now I stumbled across this piece over here. I have never seen it before. According to Bricklink, it's a power blast, or it's also named as wave-rounded energy with handlebar. It was introduced in 2017, so it is quite new. No wonder I haven't seen it so far. But it appeared in many sets since then. So it's a standard piece nowadays. Well, I think it looks quite cool, and we use it to build this waterfall over here. And I think that's a really cool idea. Yeah, that's a really nice piece. Good to know that something like this exists. Step 185. In this step we close the backside of this Acropolis hill we have built with the help of these panels. But before we do that, I want to have you look in the inside of this construction. And as you can see, there are many of these red 1x1 round bricks used. And I really don't know why. There is no reason for them. Normal bricks would have done the job too. I guess the mocker used these kind of bricks to clarify in the building instructions things easier, so that you always see where you are at the moment. Maybe that's the reason. I can't see another reason why he used these ones. He used them in red, so actually normal bricks in red would have done the job too, so that it's easier for you to navigate in the building instructions, that you always know where to place the brick at the individual step. Strange decision. Step 235. This is going to be annoying. We have to build 44 of these columns. Later on they will be placed on the Parthenon, but until we are there, I think I won't have much fun. Whoa. To make this little segment a bit more mass production friendly, I will not follow the building instructions. I will do it slightly different. So first of all, I will place some of these round 1x1 plates on their back, and then I will stick in this little bar, and well, then I will do this for a while, and after a while I got a whole lot of them. And when I'm done with all, I will stick all the other round 1x1 plates on our little Parthenon. And then, after I've done that, I will stick our already combined parts in these 1x1 plates with the open studs. And I think it's way faster to do it this way than to create the complete columns and then put it on this part of the Parthenon. Step 251. In steps 251 to step 253, we have to build this little part of the Parthenon's roof. And we have already made the same thing a few steps before, here in step 245 to 247. It's exactly the same, it's just turned the other way around, like this. It would have been easier if we simply had only these three instructions and then a multiplier. Do it 2 times. The same occurs to steps 248 to 250. There we had to build the same thing with 4 tiles instead of 3, and this appears again here from step 254 to 256. Just do this twice and do this twice, and then we put it on the building. Step 257. I have shown you the step before. Now we have to place the finished roof parts on the building. And I can't see if to place the smaller part on the left or on the right side of the bigger part. Like, is it here and then, is it here and then is that one over here, or is it the other way around? Is this here and that there? I can't see it. Well, it looks exactly the same, it doesn't matter, but this is a problem for my inner Adrian Monk. I just have to know how it is the right way to do it. There is no difference at all, but I would really love to know how the mocker did it. Well, to make things a bit more complex, I could do it now on the other side, the other way around. Put the big one over here and the small one over here. Yeah, it looks completely the same. I will do that. Step 452. The build is complete. Well, at least according to the building instructions. The hardest part is still lying in front of me. I have to place one of the stickers. I think I'm going with the English one because I don't speak Greek. Well, then wish me luck. Well, I could have placed it better, but it doesn't look too bad either. Now let's have a look at the MOC. Wow, this MOC is just gorgeous. There are so many details. Even though there isn't that much going on, it looks like there is. The city seems to be full of life. Wow. I really like the blue brick sets, like the Forum Romanum and the St. Mark Square. But these models always look a bit empty and sterile. This is not the case with this MOC. Everything looks so teeming, so busting. I think the bright colors even intensify this impression very much. Well, then let's see what we can recognize in this amazing MOC. First of all, this isn't really a model of Athens. This is a fantasy ancient Greek city slightly inspired by Athens. At the first sight, you see this Acropolis with a huge temple, which looks a bit like the Parthenon. But when you have a closer look, that's more or less where the similarities, goddamn, with Athens and these big public buildings down here. They have nothing to do with Athens. And I think the most obvious difference is to the real Athens is the harbor down here. In reality, Piraeus is several kilometers away and not on the foot of the Acropolis. But this MOC looks so beautiful that I can't ignore these inaccuracies. Lego did the same with the Great Pyramid of Giza set and put the Nile just in front of the pyramid. That's inaccurate at the same level. So when Lego does it, a mocker can feel free to do it too. Well, then let's pretend this is Athens and have a closer look. On the top of the Acropolis we got the Parthenon. Well, the doors are on the wrong sides. They should be on the other sides, I think, like here and here. Also, I wouldn't have used an arched doorway. I would have used a rectangular one so that it would have looked a bit more like ancient Greek style. But I like how the columns look. That's a nice construction technique. Yeah, that's quite cool. I think the other temples up here are only there to look beautiful. They don't have anything to do with the other real temples on the Acropolis. Just like in Lego's Great Pyramid of Giza set, the backside of this MOC is cut off, so we only got one half of the hill. The hill is fortified by this wall here, and on the Acropolis's slopes we find two waterfalls. In front of the Acropolis we can see on the left side this theater. Maybe it is supposed to be the theater of Dionysus, you know, the birthplace of the drama. But that actually should be on the other side over here. This is roughly the place where the Odeon of Herodes Atticus should be. The Odeon sits a bit higher on the slope of the Acropolis, I think, like here or so. But this building is clearly supposed to be a theater, not an Odeon. The roof is missing, so it can't be an Odeon. When I think about it, maybe there was a theater at the same spot before the Odeon was built. I'm not sure about that. Well, then here we got more of these cute little temples. And maybe this whole paved area over here is supposed to be the agora. Yeah, that might be. Next to it we see some kind of residential area. It looks really beautiful with all those tiny houses and colorful sunshades. That's really nice. A great idea. Well, then over here we got a big oval building. Maybe it is supposed to be the Pan-Athenaic Stadium. The creator of this MOC says in the MOC's description that there is a chariot racing arena somewhere. Maybe this is the building he means. But he also says that there is an amphitheater, and I definitely can't find a building with that structure anywhere. Maybe he isn't speaking about a Roman arena and he simply uses the word in a modern colloquial sense for a structure with sloping seating. Then I guess he means this building. I don't know. Well, let's go on. Here in front we got a harbor. The area is quite busy. There are several ships. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, there's the third one. And those are neat little ships. I love that there are 2 cranes loading or unloading a ship with marble blocks and these marble statues. That's a nice idea. Very cool. The mocker also speaks a Poseidon statue. My guess is that he means this one on this little island. By the way, I really like that this MOC uses so many minifigures. Or better said, minifigure trophies. I really love minifigure trophies. It's always fun to place them. They just look so cool as statues. Well, last but not least, we have a look at the city wall. My guess is that it is supposed to be the wall which surrounds the city of Athens and goes all the way down to the harbor of Piraeus. So, yeah, it isn't quite accurate, but it is there, so that's fine. The MOC might only show a very distorted version of ancient Athens, but nevertheless I absolutely love it. It looks great next to the Great Pyramid of Giza. Let's see if we can get both of them into the picture. Oh yeah, that's that's a lot of bricks we can see here. And this really looks cool. But this MOC also has the same problem with the base construction that the Lego set had. Near the water, the corners near the water, to be precise, are bending upwards. I think it is because of all the placed tiles. You see, with the Lego set we had the same problem. But we have this problem only in the front. In the back, we have a way more massive structure, and so this problem doesn't occur here. Building this massive construction of the Acropolis was really much fun. We were using a lot of 2x4 bricks and stuff like that. It's always fun to build with things with, it's always fun to build things with these kind of bricks. The whole construction is so sturdy. It's amazing. I think I could stand on top of this hill and it wouldn't collapse. The only weak spot I could find sits below this little temple here. The plate on which this temple sits could have been used a bit more support from below. But as you can see, it is nevertheless sturdy enough. Yeah, that's totally fine. I also like the different trees. Those are neat little constructions. The whole set looks so beautiful. There isn't really much to complain about. Maybe I would have used another color for the roofs. I'm not a big fan of salmon. I would have preferred something more reddish, but salmon doesn't look bad either. I have to emphasize how good the building instructions are. It is always crystal clear where you have to place the bricks. For mock building instructions, I think it can't get better. So this is totally nice. The only minor critic point I have is that you can't always read the step numbers. So, for example, here you can see that the black numbers tend to get hardly visible in front of darker bricks. But this really is nothing important. All in all, I have to say JL.Bricks has created an incredible, beautiful MOC. It is one of the most beautiful creations I have built with construction blocks so far. This guy should work in the Lego company. Definitely.